These are some of our favorite games coming to Game Pass in 2023. Now, if you're a fan of Dead by Daylight, you're probably going to be a fan of this game, I would assume. So far, this just looks like a reskin of Dead by Daylight to me, but what do I know? I don't really play Dead by Daylight very much. I mean, I've dabbled, but I haven't played that much. I will be really interested to see what differences there are in the game compared to Dead by Daylight. Hopefully, this doesn't go down the same path as Friday the 13th, which now I believe are only on private servers, but I guess time will tell. Meanwhile, you get to take on the role of one of the notorious Slaughter family or their victims, and you get to find out if you have what it takes to actually survive. And for those of you that don't know the history of Texas Chainsaw Massacre, it's actually based off of true events. It's actually crazy what games are coming to Game Pass this year, like Wo Long Fallen Dynasty by Team Ninja and Koei Tecmo. Wo Long refers to a crouching dragon and also refers to a hero or a person of greatness who is not yet known. You play a nameless militia soldier fighting for survival in a dark fantasy version of the later Han Dynasty, where demons plague the Three Kingdoms. From the developers of Nioh, will you go from nobody to hero? Use your martial arts to overcome the odds by awakening the true power from within. Forza Motorsport is back from Turn 10 Studios and Xbox Game Studios. Time to pull out your racing setup, get that wheel and chair out and ready to go. Now, although this is the 8th entry in the Motorsport series, they've removed the 8 from the name because this is a reboot. So we don't have very much information on this game yet, but so far we hear that there's going to be additional cars, tracks, etc., and the release date should be somewhere in around spring. Flintlock, The Siege of Dawn, A44 Games, and Kepler Interactive. Now this is a Souls-like game with a Devil May Cry type of combo point system. Make your mark on the battlefield and join humanity's last stand as gods and guns collide. Explore a dangerous open world, fly through the desert sands, journey through cavernous ruins, and unveil the secrets that lie in the towering city of Dawn. Join Nor Vanek, a member of the Coalition Army, and your companion Enki, a strange creature gifted with magical powers, in their personal vendetta against the gods. So the setting of this game was actually influenced by New Zealand's landscape and wildlife. And when designing the combat, the team wanted the game to have a sense of rhythm, with game director Derek Bradley describing the combat as a dance, where players are encouraged to perform tricks and move acrobatically during combat. EIYUDEN Chronicle 100 Heroes from Rabbit and Bear Studios and 505 Games. The spiritual successor to Psychoden, which by the way has a remaster of 1 and 2 coming out shortly. 100 Heroes is designed to bring players a modern take on a classic JRPG experience. Get ready to lead 100 plus playable characters through a war-torn world only you can save. With director Yoshitaka Murayama, creator of Konami's Suikoden series, I have full faith that this game will not disappoint new and old players alike. Lies of P from NeoWiz. This is an action RPG based on the classic tale of Pinocchio, where you play as Pinocchio. The city of Krat is being ravaged by puppets, and it's up to you to save it. And if you ever want to become a true human, well, you're gonna have to tell a few lies. What you do and say as Pinocchio will dramatically affect gameplay. So just keep that in mind every time you see that little nose grow. Redfall from Arcane Studios and Bethesda Softworks. Redfall is an open-world co-op FPS from Arcane Austin, the award-winning team behind Prey and Dishonored. Continuing Arcane's legacy of carefully crafted worlds and immersive sims, Redfall brings the studio's signature gameplay to the story-driven action shooter. The town of Redfall is under siege by a legion of vampires who have cut the island off from the outside world. Trapped with a handful of survivors, stay alone or squad up. The 4 survivors are made up of cryptozoologist and inventor Devinder Crowsley, telekinetic student Layla Ellison, combat engineer Remy De La Rosa, and supernatural sharpshooter Jacob Boyer. Set to release May 1st. Senua's Saga Hellblade 2 from Ninja Theory and Xbox Game Studio. Hellblade was absolutely visually stunning, and we expect no less from the sequel. Ninja Theory is investing heavily in new technologies, from new generation photogrammetry techniques to new full face and body motion capture tool sets. While we don't know much about the game so far, one thing we do know is that you're gonna have lots of voices inside your head. Arc 2 from Studio Wildcard and Groove Street Games. So there's been some videos out there where it looks like you might be able to play as the dinosaurs as well. Not quite sure what the story is behind that, or if it's even a real thing. but I guess we'll find out soon enough. I feel like this one's going to be very story driven, seeing as how they have Vin Diesel and Ali Carvalho starring in it. The story is set to take place after the events of Genesis Part 2, the 5th and final paid DLC expansion pack released for Ark Survival Evolved in 2021 on an unknown alien planet. Alongside Ark 2 will be Ark, the animated series, that will have an original story but then segue into Ark 2, or at least feature characters from Ark 2. Other voice actors set to appear include Gerald Butler, Michelle Yeoh, David Tennant, Russell Crowe, Carl Urban, Elliot Page, and many more. Minecraft Legends from Mojang Studios, Blackbird Interactive, and Xbox Game Studios. Raise your banner high and inspire your allies. Call on familiar mobs and new friends to defeat ravenous piglins and save the overworld from their destructive greed. The piglins' nether corruption is spreading across the overworld, scorching everything it touches. Are you the hero who will protect this gentle land? Plan your strategy and face the piglins in epic battles, but be warned, they always fight back. Take on piglin bases by day and defend your allies after dusk. Explore lush biomes filled with treasures and perils, meet new friends, and reunite with familiar mobs. With your allies by your side, all that's left to do is save the world. Starfield from Bethesda. The year is 2330 and humanity has ventured beyond our solar system, settling new planets and living as a spacefaring people. From your humble beginnings as a space miner, you will join Constellation, the last group of space explorers seeking rare artifacts throughout the galaxy. The crafting system will let players modify and customize their space guns. Also, players will be able to customize their ship's look, layout, and performance as well. With that, as you explore new worlds, players will be able to establish outposts as well, using mechanics that seem a lot more elaborate and fully implemented than the base building in Fallout 4. Players can land and explore anywhere they choose on any planet in over 100 star systems, meaning a fully explorable galaxy of over 1,000 planets. So far they have no plans for multiplayer, but with games the way they are today, we can only hope for a patch update sometime in the future. Atomic Heart from Mudfish, Focus Entertainment, and For Divinity. This game looks like it's gonna be a blast. In a mad and sublime utopian world, you take part in explosive encounters, adapting your fighting style to each opponent. Use your environment and upgrade your equipment to fulfill your mission. If you want the truth, you'll have to pay in blood. In this utopian world of wonders and perfection, in which humans live in harmony with their loyal, fervent robots, what could ever go wrong? Well, let me tell you, with the launch of the latest robot control system mere days away, only a tragic accident or a global conspiracy could disrupt it. And of course, that's exactly what happened. And that's what brought rise to mutant creatures, terrifying machines, and superpowered robots, all suddenly rebelling against their creators. Only you can stop them and find out what lies behind the idolized world. Before we hit you with number 1, here's some honorable mentions. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button and share us with your friends. Lightyear Frontier from Framebreak. If you're looking for a new farming sim this year, this one might just be for you. Start your interstellar homestead in a peaceful open world farming adventure on a planet at the far edge of the galaxy. Start your new home on a distant planet with up to 3 friends as you farm alien crops, build your own homestead, and explore the untamed wilderness of the world. Replaced from Sad Cat Studios and Coatsink. This is an action platformer where you play as Reach, an artificial intelligence trapped in a human body against its own will. Replaced combines cinematic platforming, pixel art, and free-flow action combat set in an alternative 1980s. Striving to adjust to human life in and around Phoenix City, you'll start to uncover all its mysteries. And the more you explore, the more you'll begin to understand that everything comes at a price. REDFALL from Coco Cucumber is an action-packed fairy tale reimagining of a kingdom troubled by an evil queen and a young girl's destiny to fulfill a dangerous prophecy. After stumbling upon a magical mirror, REDFALL finds herself pulled away from reality and into a land shrouded in darkness, cursed by the corruption of the Caterpillar Queen. Rising to the occasion, she challenges fearsome foes to save the fallen kingdom in an unforgettable action-packed adventure. And now, number 1 from GSC Game World, Stalker 2, Heart of Chernobyl. Discover the vast Chernobyl exclusion zone, full of dangerous enemies, deadly anomalies, and powerful artifacts. Unveil your own epic story as you make your way to the heart of Chernobyl. Make your choices wisely, as they will determine your fate in the end. You take the role of a lone stalker and explore a photorealistic, seamless open world in a 64-kilometer squared radioactive zone with a variety of environments that reveal post-apocalyptic atmosphere from different angles. Make your way through the zone to define your destiny. Meet members of different factions, deciding who of them is worth your friendship and who deserves a bullet. Stalker 2 does have survival mechanics like hunger, sleeping, bleeding, radiation effects, and more, so be prepared for that. It has a life simulating system called A Life 2.0 that makes the game world feel alive as never before. Will you dare to unveil the mysteries of the zone that took lives of so many others before you? Only time will tell. So that's our list of top Game Pass games coming in 2023. Think we missed a game? Let us know in the comments. And thanks for watching till the end.